Hello, Assalamualaikum. So this is chapter 6 for job application letter and resume. Okay. In this chapter, we want to see about job application or cover letter and also resume. Okay, so what is cover letter? Okay. A cover letter or job application letter is written by a prospective employees. Okay, to a prospective employer, giving information such as educational qualifications, working experience, character, and personality to get an interview. So you send out the letter to the prospective employer, uh, give all the infos about yourself in order hoping that the prospective employer will call you for the interview session. Okay. So there are two types of the application letter. We have the first one is comprehensive letter and the second one is letter of application with resume. The difference between these two is that the first one is it sent out only the letter, the cover letter without the resume. The second one is with resume. Okay. So for the comprehensive letter, okay, it's the what's contained in the comprehensive letter is all the information about yourself, okay, about the education qualification, about your employment, the previous employment, your skills, okay, references, and also the last one you state that you waiting for them to call you for the interview, you're waiting for the interview session, okay. While for the letter of application with resume, okay, in the cover letter, of course, you introduce yourself, okay, a little bit, okay, and then you mention why you're interested with the position, okay. You highlight, okay, only highlight, okay, your background a little bit, qualification for the job, and also you invite the reader, prospective employer, to read all the infos in the resume. Okay, so in the letter also you ask for the interview. Okay, I mean that is very brief. The letter is very brief because all the important information are in your resume. Okay. So usually we will use the cover letter with the resume. Okay. So this is the content and also of course the format of the application letter. So we have the applicant address, date, inside name and address. Okay. Salutation, okay, dear sir, the subject heading, the title of your letter, the body of the letter, the complimentary closure, your signature, your name, and also enclosure notation. Enclose means that at the end of your letter you write down enclosure or enclose or ENC to indicate that together with the letter you attach your resume. Okay, so for the application letter, the content usually can be divided into three parts. Okay, the opening paragraph, okay, contain the source and date of advertisement. So usually you write the letter because you come across the job advertisement and you want to apply for the position. So that's why you write the letter. So you have to mention where you find the advertisement about the position and also of course the date. Okay, so for the middle paragraph, of course, you highlight a little bit about your qualifications, about your experience, and about your skills. Okay. In the closing paragraph, okay, you state that you enclose together your resume and you ask for the interview. So let's see the resume. What is resume? Okay, resume is key to employment office door. Okay, because in resume you list all your achievement, your background, educational background, working history. Okay, so this is to sell yourself to the employer. Okay, there are three types of resume. We have chronological format, we have functional format, we have the combination format. Usually the most popular one is the chronological format. Okay, let's So the first resume format that we have is the chronological format. Okay, so usually this type of format is most favorable to the employer because it is easier for them to understand. Okay, because you will list out all about your working experience, about your education in chronological. Okay, so you will, of course, there will be your name, your address, and your objective. What you trying to achieve with the positions. Okay, you can start with your current job, meaning, and travel back in time. When you list out your working experience, so start with your current and then go down the lane. Okay, it lists dates. Okay, job titles, employer, and also employer's location. Okay, so under each listing, under for each positions, your previous work experience, okay, you will describe a little bit about your responsibility and achievement. Okay. What about if you are fresh graduate with no working experience? Okay, still you can use the chronological format. Okay, by when you write down the, of course you don't have the working experience, you don't have the, you don't no need to write the working experience because you don't have, but you will start with your educational qualification. Okay, so start with the focusing on, you want to focus on your academic, okay, credential, so you will start with your highest level of education. Okay. Next, we have the functional format. Okay, emphasize a list of skills and accomplishment. Here, we want to focus on our skills, yeah, and also our achievement. Okay, and it's not something. It's not according to the chronological, but it focus the main skills and our top achievement. Okay, identify employees and academic experience in subordinate sections. Okay, so it stress about the individual areas of competencies. Okay, so of course there are lots of advantages if you use this functional format. Okay, because the employer can see your main skills or your main accomplishment. Okay. And the last one, we have the combination format. Okay, combine the both features of the chronological and also the functional. So you present your skills, your abilities, okay, and at the same time it will go through the job chronological. Okay, however, it's not commonly used because most employer prefer the chronological because it is easier to see your progress. So how to write the resume? So the essentials that we need in the resume are, of course, your skills, your abilities, your working experience, and also your extracurricular activities during your study time. Okay. Of course, you have to write down your name, your full name. Okay. Don't write your nickname. Make sure when you write down your name is full name. Okay. Address, your permanent address. Okay. Telephone, your telephone number, your email address. Okay, sometimes people have a lot of email address. You have to make sure the email address that you include in your resume is sound professional. Okay, what it means by sound professional, meaning that the email address, okay, usually you just write, you take your name as your email address to make it sound professional. Okay, if you have website address, okay, you can include your website address. Okay, this website meaning that, for example, you form the Google site for yourself. Okay, here in the site you list everything about your achievement, okay, your history, everything. Okay, objective or summary, okay, to tell the employers the sort of work you are hoping to do. Okay, sometimes in the resume, at the top of the resume, we state our objective, what we want to achieve. Okay. So usually when you submit the resume or when you apply for the position, sometimes you apply different types of position. Okay, so you have to make sure that all the positions, okay, if it's different position, you have to tell the objective with your prospective employer, so that the objective will match with the employer and also will match with the position that you applying. Okay. Next, of course, you have to write down your education. Okay, so from the highest to the lowest. Okay, what should you include? You have to include the educational level. Okay, And then you have to include the name of the degrees, the major, the institution you attended, if you have the minor for the major. Okay, you mention about your CGPA only if your CGPA is higher than 3. Okay, it's lower than 3, so you don't have to mention. Okay, if you have dean list, so you might want to list out all your dean lists. Yeah. Working experience, if you have working experience during your study time, okay, you should include, okay, working experience according to the chronological order, okay, from the current one. Okay, what to include is the title of the position. Okay, let's say you become a sales promoter, so sales promoter, and the name of the organization. For example, you become sales promoter at Watsons, so write down the Watsons. Okay, the location, okay, where is it, at the town, the state, okay, and date of employment. Okay, so write a little bit your job scope or job responsibility with the position. Okay, other information that you want to include, maybe your special skill or your competencies, your leadership skills. Okay, for example, that maybe during your study time become a leader for certain club. Okay, participation in sports, yes, you want to highlight all your curriculum activities that you think that is important. Okay, you want to stress, so you can put into here. And also references. What is references? Okay, sometimes the employer might want to check whether all the information included in the resume is it correct or not. Okay, so they will call out for the references that you list here. So usually we will give the 2 reference. Okay, if you have working experience and then the supervisor at that workplace know you, so you can include the supervisor's name, contact number. Or if you don't have any working experience, you can write down your academic advisor or lecturer who knows you as your reference. Okay, you should not list your family members as your reference. Okay, so that's it for this chapter. I hope that you will understand a little bit, and there will be more videos, examples for the resume, okay, and also about the video resume. Okay, so thank you so much.